Have you ever stopped to think that what you share with your children might actually be sabotaging their well-being? It may sound controversial, but the secrets we keep or reveal have the power to shape their lives in ways we might not always perceive. Ancient Viking warriors and Stoic philosophers understood the power of silence and selective wisdom. They knew that some truths should not be spoken, not to hide something, but to protect those who are not yet ready to bear certain burdens. This is exactly what we will explore today. The 9 dangerous secrets you should never share with your children. Get ready, because what you are about to discover may challenge your deepest beliefs about parenting and wisdom. Want to learn how to protect your family with Viking courage and Stoic self-control? Then stay with me and discover how these secrets can completely transform the way you communicate with your children. 1. Family finances. When it comes to family finances, many parents believe that sharing all financial details with their children can help them understand the reality of adulthood. However, this practice can have the opposite effect. Revealing financial information such as debts or difficulties may generate unnecessary anxiety, especially if the children are not mature enough to handle these issues. The wiser path is to teach basic concepts such as the importance of saving and financial planning without diving into specific numbers. This approach allows children to develop a healthy sense of responsibility without feeling overwhelmed. For instance, instead of stating exactly how much the family is paying in mortgage or bills, parents can explain the concept of a family budget, demonstrating how it is essential to divide expenses and set aside a portion for emergencies. It's like how the Nordic warriors planned their expeditions. They didn't reveal all the details to everyone, but taught the discipline and self-control necessary for mental resilience in the face of challenges. The ancestral wisdom of the Vikings reminds us that it is preparation, not the exact knowledge of each situation, that keeps us strong in financial adversities. Teaching children about family finances can be done practically and without burdening them with harsh realities. Encouraging habits like saving small amounts of money or planning a significant purchase are ways to develop that Viking inner strength, reflecting discipline and Stoic self-control. Just as the Vikings stayed focused on their strategies without being distracted by the chaos around them, children can learn the importance of preparing and acting wisely while still being shielded from excessive worries that could impact their emotional well-being. 2. Couple conflicts. Involving children in couple disputes may seem inevitable in some situations, but it's crucial to understand the impact this can have. When children are exposed to conflicts between their parents, they end up carrying an emotional burden that is not theirs, which can lead to stress and anxiety. It's like the ancient Nordic warriors, who avoided discussing their war strategies in front of those unprepared to handle the pressure. Keeping these issues between adults, privately, is the best way to protect children's emotional balance. Imagine that parents are like commanders of a Viking army. The strength and unity between them are essential for the success of any battle. Discussing matters in front of the children undermines that image of strength and stability, potentially making them feel that the family ship is sinking. Instead, resolving conflicts privately, with self-control and wisdom, teaches children a silent lesson of mental resilience and emotional balance, akin to Stoic rituals that emphasize calm in the storm. They learn that challenges can be overcome with courage and strategy, without the need for drama. Therefore, the way parents handle their conflicts profoundly impacts the development of their children's mental strength and resilience. Choosing to resolve delicate issues away from young eyes is an act of ancestral wisdom passed down through generations. Just as the Nordic warriors understood that a strong mind was essential to overcoming challenges, parents can teach, through example, that self-control is a vital life skill without exposing their children to the weight of problems they cannot yet comprehend. 3. Personal past. Revealing personal past details to children can be tempting, especially when one wants to share valuable lessons. However, it's important to remember that some stories can drastically alter how children perceive their parents. Often, what we consider an innocent confession can create a distorted or unexpected image. The Vikings, masters of Nordic wisdom, also believed in the power of selective silence, sharing only what was necessary to maintain harmony. Teaching lessons learned without delving into unnecessary details is the way to preserve respect and understanding within the family. It's like the ancient Nordic rituals. Only those ready to learn the secrets of the more experienced warriors were admitted into the inner circles. Similarly, parents should carefully consider what and when to share with their children. For example, when recounting a difficult life experience, focus on the triumphs and the lessons of Stoic self-control that shape their character, rather than revealing all the pain or mistakes involved. In this way, children learn the value of overcoming adversity without being emotionally burdened by the darker details. This practice strengthens the Viking inner strength within the family dynamic, where Stoic self-control is exercised not only in actions but also in the words chosen. Children do not need to carry the weight of their parents' past, but can benefit from the ancestral wisdom that is passed down. Sharing filtered stories, focusing on the lessons, helps build a solid foundation of respect and trust, preserving the image of parents as resilient and wise guides capable of leading the family through challenges with courage and serenity. 4. Comparisons between children. Comparing children to others or to each other may seem harmless, but the effects can be profound. Each child has their own battles, strengths, and challenges to overcome. Just as the Nordic warriors respected the unique abilities of each member of their tribe, parents should value what makes each child special without placing one above the other. Comparison not only weakens self-esteem, but also creates a silent division that can last a lifetime. The ideal approach is to praise individual progress, focusing on each child's journey. Nordic wisdom teaches us that strength lies not in being better than others, but in being the best version of oneself. If one child shows aptitude in a particular area, instead of comparing them to a sibling, parents can celebrate the effort and encourage overcoming personal challenges. For instance, if one child excels in mathematics and another in the arts, the praise should come from their dedication rather than comparing outcomes. This Nordic strategy for success reinforces mental resilience and Stoic self-control, creating an environment where everyone feels valued for who they are. Just as the Nordic warriors recognize the worth of each member of their community, parents should encourage their children to develop their skills without comparisons. Focusing on effort and personal progress builds a family environment based on mutual support and the strengthening of mental fortitude. In this way, children grow with the confidence that their value lies not in being better than others, but in being better for themselves, drawing on Viking courage and ancestral wisdom as the foundation for their own journeys. 5. The myth of parental perfection. Many parents feel the pressure to be perfect, believing they must hide their flaws to maintain authority. However, this expectation of perfection can create emotional distance between parents and children. Admitting mistakes, showing vulnerability, and acknowledging one's limitations is, in fact, a sign of strength, not weakness. Just as the Vikings understood that even the strongest warrior had their flaws, parents who reveal their humanity teach their children a valuable lesson in mental resilience. They learn that no one is perfect, but courage lies in facing imperfections with wisdom. For example, a parent might explain a poor decision from the past, highlighting what they learned from the experience and how Stoic self-control helped them correct their course and move forward. This kind of honesty fosters a deeper connection, where children feel more comfortable being vulnerable themselves and seeking wisdom in the challenges they face. In Nordic wisdom, true strength lies in acknowledging one's limitations and moving forward with Viking courage, adjusting the course whenever necessary. When children see their parents as human beings who also struggle and learn from their failures, they develop a more realistic view of adulthood. Instead of chasing an unattainable perfection, they learn to value progress and overcoming challenges, just as the Nordic warriors did. This creates a solid foundation of trust and respect, where the entire family grows together, cultivating mental resilience and the courage to face life's challenges with ancestral wisdom and Stoic power. 6. Family secrets. Some family secrets can protect, while others can harm. Knowing when to share or keep information hidden is an art that parents must master. In Viking ancestral wisdom, There were times to reveal truths and times to maintain silence, protecting the community. Similarly, when dealing with family secrets, it is essential to discern what children need to know for their emotional well-being. Issues like health problems or addictions should be shared cautiously, ensuring that the emotional burden does not exceed what they can handle. Imagine a situation where parents are facing financial difficulties. Instead of completely hiding the problem, they could explain in simple terms the need for budget adjustments, without going into details that might cause anxiety. This is an example of Stoic self-control, knowing the right measure of information to maintain family harmony. The Nordic warriors understood that not all tribe members were prepared to know every secret of the battle, and this wisdom applies to family dynamics as well. Children do not need to carry the full weight of certain truths. However, keeping certain secrets can also be beneficial for preserving peace and family unity. Just as the Vikings knew when to speak and when to remain silent, parents should evaluate when certain secrets are better kept to themselves. This protects the Viking inner strength that resides in family harmony, allowing children to grow with mental and emotional resilience, without being burdened by issues they may not yet fully comprehend. Wisdom lies in choosing the right moment to share or keep secrets, always with courage and strategy. 7. Unspoken expectations. Parents often have expectations about their children's futures, but when these expectations are not communicated clearly, they can create an invisible burden. Just as the Nordic warriors passed down their knowledge and wisdom to new generations, parents should express their desires openly, without imposing pressure. Viking philosophy teaches us the importance of acting with transparency and courage, avoiding the creation of implicit expectations that children cannot decipher. If an expectation is present, it should be communicated clearly so that children know what their parents expect, but without the sensation of constant obligation. For instance, if parents expect their child to pursue a certain career or achieve specific goals, it is best to discuss this openly. At the same time, it is crucial that this expectation is not perceived as an obligation. The hidden wisdom of the Vikings reminds us that each individual has their own journey, and just as the Nordic warriors respected each person's unique path, parents should encourage their children to carve their own paths, without fear of disappointing unspoken expectations. Honest and transparent communication is key to creating a strong connection. Expressing hopes, rather than creating invisible pressures, strengthens the mental fortitude and resilience of children. Just as the Vikings were clear about their intentions and strategies, parents should be clear about their expectations while remaining open to their children's individuality. This creates a family environment where there is freedom to explore paths, with unwavering support from parents, like a warrior who knows their tribe stands by them in every battle, without the need to carry unspoken expectations that could interfere with their inner strength. 8. Sibling preferences. Favoritism among siblings is a delicate issue that can undermine harmony within a family. Even if it is unconscious, showing preference generates tensions and rivalries that can last a lifetime. In Viking culture, balance among warriors was essential for the tribe's success, and within a family, the same principle applies. Praising effort rather than natural talent helps build a healthier dynamic, where each child feels that their value is tied to what they do, rather than being in constant comparison with their siblings. For example, if one child is naturally talented in sports and another is more inclined toward the arts, both should be recognized for their effort and dedication, not just for the immediate results of their abilities. The ancestral Viking wisdom teaches us that all warriors, regardless of their skills, were valued for their contributions to the tribe. Similarly, parents should cultivate this philosophy, avoiding favoritism and promoting a mindset where individual progress is always celebrated. This strengthens the mental resilience of each child and maintains emotional balance within the family. The absence of favoritism is a powerful way to apply Stoic self-control within the home. Each child has their own journey, and recognizing this without making comparisons allows them to develop their own Viking inner strength. When parents focus on encouraging discipline and effort instead of creating emotional hierarchies, children grow up with the confidence that their worth is intrinsic and does not depend on being better or worse than their siblings. This fosters a family unity based on Nordic wisdom, where each member is appreciated for who they are, free from harmful rivalries. 9. The power of wise silence. There are moments in life when silence is more powerful than any words. In ancient Viking wisdom, silence was seen as a strategic tool, used for observing, reflecting, and when necessary, acting. Similarly, parents can harness the power of silence to create a safe space where their children feel at ease to speak without the fear of judgment. Instead of trying to solve every problem or offer immediate advice, sometimes the greatest act of wisdom is simply to listen. This strengthens children's mental resilience, allowing them to find their own answers. Silence can be a form of respect, giving children the freedom to process their thoughts and emotions without interference. Imagine the ancient Nordic warriors who calmly observed before making a decision in battle. Silence was not a sign of weakness, but rather of stoic strength. In the same way, when parents choose to remain silent instead of filling every moment with words, they demonstrate confidence in their children's emotional growth. It creates a space where wisdom can flourish, without the need for quick answers or ready-made solutions. Ultimately, wise silence reminds us that it isn't always necessary to have all the answers. Often, Viking courage lies in allowing time to bring clarity rather than trying to control every situation. When children realize they can speak without fear of interruption or judgment, they develop the Viking inner strength and stoic self-control needed to face their own challenges. It is that quiet space that allows for deep learning. And just like the Nordic warriors, children emerge stronger from this experience. Now that you've discovered these 9 secrets, the question remains, what will you do with this wisdom? Will you continue to share information that may overwhelm your children emotionally? Or will you apply Viking wisdom and stoic self-control to protect them? Remember, true power lies in knowing what to say and what to leave unspoken. Now it's up to you to apply this knowledge and witness the transformation in your family relationships. What will you choose to do today to ensure a healthier emotional future for your family? Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to keep learning how ancestral wisdom can enhance your modern life. And be sure to check out the video that appears at the end screen. The biggest mistake of your life. Why Stoic Vikings would never live close to their children in old age. This video will reveal the biggest error you might be making and how Stoics and Vikings would approach this issue in a completely different way. A true game changer in how to view aging and family relationships.